Let's talk today about the importance of a balanced diet and the concept that I call a perfect plate. Now, I said I'm not going to get specific about specific foods, and no food is perfect in and of itself. So really, it's just kind of talking about eating a balance of things. There are some things that can be generalized from a high level or on the macro scale, and most people should include in their diets the three macronutrients. They're called fats and proteins and carbs. And we want a good balance of that. And those carbs are going to include fruits and vegetables. And so, what I kind of call the perfect plate is each meal you want as much as possible to consist of the one or more of these macronutrients. So you want a protein, you want a vegetable and or fruit, and you want a healthy carb, some kind of starch, like a whole grain or potato, rice, beans, a source of carbohydrates, and also some kind of a fat, whether it's butter, cheese, oils, nuts, something like that. We're going to go into more details on those macronutrients tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to be a little bit longer. So because I'm going to go into each of those three and their purposes. But for the purposes of today, we just want to talk about how each meal needs to have to consist of one or more of these macronutrients, preferably all of them, because they work together. The nutrients that are found in each one, they work together, that a symbiotic relationship among many of them, for the macronutrients and the micronutrients. And so eating them in the same meal kind of gives us that balance that our body needs. And um, so one ways to kind of do that without overeating, because like by the time I have a carb and a protein and a fat and a vegetable and maybe a fruit, that's an awful lot of food on my plate. And so one way to make sure that we're getting that balance without overeating is portion control, right? So you can start with the hand portions that we discussed earlier in the how much, those practical tips for portion control. And so we, keep the portions small. You only need, a few bites of each thing. It doesn't need to be like a big amount of any one of them. And so you could start with the hand portions and then adjust based on your own personal needs. And remember that 0 to 5 is still king, right? We want to make sure that we're adjusting the portion sizes to stay within the boundaries of stopping when we're at that 5. Because even, if you're eating good foods and a balanced meal, if you're eating past full, you're still going to be overeating. So we still want to make sure that we're staying in that 0 to 5 range. So you'll adjust your portions accordingly, to make sure that we're not overeating on that. So if you have any questions about any of that, or would like some more specific information about that, feel free to ask questions. And again, tomorrow we're going to go into some more specifics about the different macronutrients and how they serve us, so that we can make decisions based on kind of what we need using that information.